What's up guys, welcome to Bandidos PITSTOP, India's #1 motorcycle accessories and riding gear store. In this video, we are checking out a revolutionary new product from Racedynamics. It's called FuelX and it will completely transform the way you ride your motorcycle. Here's something I don't really like about the modern motorcycles. We get little to no control over how the engine works or how the engine performs. Your manufacturer sets to a specific condition and you have to live with it. Unless of course you have a tuner with you, which is expensive, which is time consuming, and you have to find someone reliable to work with. Now, take for example the old carburetor engines. You could easily adjust the fueling according to your liking, which means you could easily adjust your engine performance according to whatever conditions you were riding in. For example, suppose we are riding into a location like Leh Ladakh, which is very high altitude area. In this kind of conditions, what's ideal is a leaner fuel mix. But in a fuel injected motorcycle like this, it's not really possible. But in the older carburetor engines, we could easily adjust some settings and we could make the fueling lean. Then you might ask, why a leaner fuel mix in a high altitude area? It's because in higher altitude areas, we only require lesser air and thus lesser fuel. A rich mix in a high altitude area will lead to inefficiency in the engine, higher emissions and overall bad performance. Take for example another very contrasting example. Suppose you are in heavy traffic in a very hot condition, maybe somewhere around 40 degrees Celsius. Your motorcycle is hot, the environment is hot. Overall, your motorcycle is running inefficient because your fuel mix is not rich enough. What you require in this kind of a situation is a richer mix, because a richer mix will help your motorcycle run more cool, thus your engine will be more efficient. But this is the problem that most modern direct fuel injected motorcycle has to deal with, because you cannot actually control the fueling that goes into your motorcycle, which means your motorcycle is most likely running inefficiently throughout its life. But that's about to change, because that is where this product from Racedynamics is completely going to transform the way you ride your motorcycle. So the first question is, what is FuelX? FuelX, simply put, is a fuel optimizer for fuel injected modern motorcycles. What it does is it optimizes the fuel flow into your engine so that your motorcycle performs better. But let me make one thing clear to you. This is not a performance oriented product like Powertronics, but instead this is an efficiency oriented product, because what it does is it makes your engine perform better, it gives you more efficiency, it gives you more engine life, and the performance, that's just a bonus. But before we actually move into the benefit part, let us take a closer look at what the product is and what it's going to do for your motorcycle. What FuelX actually does is quite simple. It actually optimizes your motorcycle's engine's performance according to both internal and external conditions. Internal conditions like if you put up an aftermarket exhaust or a performance air filter, external conditions like the altitude or even the temperature. So it actually optimizes the fuel flow into your engine depending on the condition that you're riding in. And what's most special about FuelX is that this is a plug and play device, which means installing this is very easy. No cutting of wires is required. It can be directly installed and it won't void any warranty. So the FuelX comes in two models. One is the light version and one is the pro version. The light version, it comes pre-configured with a map that's suitable for your motorcycle. So you can have to directly install it, but it's not adjustable. But the Pro is what I've been riding for the past 2 days and I've been reviewing it. So the Pro version of this FuelX comes with 10 switchable maps. It starts from 1 all the way up to 10. The 1 being the leaner and the 10 being the most richer setting. And in these settings, 1 and 2 are the most leanest settings of them all. 1 and 2 are ideal for high altitude conditions like that we discussed before, that is Leh, Ladakh, etc. Among 1 and 2, 1 is the most leanest and 2 is slightly richer than 1. But these both are adaptable and suitable for high altitude conditions where you require lean fuel mix. And map number 3 is a stock setting, which means how it came straight from your manufacturer. So if you want to go back to stock, all you have to do is put it in mode 3. And from setting 4, the fuel mix starts to get more richer, all the way up to 10, 10 being the most richest of them all. If you have a stock motorcycle, what Racedynamics recommends is for you to ride from settings 4 all the way up to setting 7, because this is ideal for street riding conditions and everyday conditions. And if you have an aftermarket exhaust or a performance air filter installed, then Racedynamics recommends you to go with mode 8 or 9. Lastly, we have setting number 10, which gives you maximum fueling into your engine, which means maximum performance. So the final question is, what's a verdict about FuelX? So I've been testing this product for the past 2 days in city conditions, even in some hilly areas. I haven't actually went to Ladakh, but I still tried out some hilly areas just because I wanted to know how the gear shift and other performance is going to impact. The first visible difference that I felt when riding, especially in city traffic, is that I had to do lesser gear shift. This is because I got more low end torque and more low end power. This is also evident when I was riding into hilly areas because I could easily ride the motorcycle uphill without having to downshift too much. Secondly, what I noticed from this motorcycle was, especially in city traffic, was it wasn't heating up too much, which means it's a great relief for riders who doesn't want their motorcycle heating up. So what FuelX promises you is a better engine life, better running engine, and an overall better riding experience. And from the past 2 days of riding this motorcycle, what I found out is this is absolutely true. So do I recommend this product? Absolutely, especially if you want to get the maximum out of your motorcycle without having to stress it too much. In street conditions and whatever condition that you're riding in, this motorcycle will perform better, especially if you have installed a FuelX. And the last question is pricing. FuelX is priced at 6,490 all the way up to 10,990 rupees. And in terms of compatibility, this one is suitable for all motorcycles with fuel injection. So FuelX is a revolution by all standards. It's a made in India product and it's going to be exported to over 80 plus countries in the world. So FuelX by all means is a complete new revolution in the motorcycling industry. So that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video about FuelX. If you love this video, please make sure you share it with your friends and give a thumbs up. But before you go, if you love motorcycle content or if you want to know more about accessories for your motorcycle, please make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'm Srigovind Mohanan and that's it for this video. I'll see you next week. Take care and ride safe.
Introducing FuelX, the world's finest auto-tuning fuel injection optimizer for modern FI motorcycles. FuelX auto-tunes your engine by consistently monitoring, learning and adapting your engine to give you the most refined ride, changing according to both external and internal conditions such as ambient temperature, terrain altitude, riding style and engine health. With 10 auto-tune switchable maps to control the fueling, FuelX covers all your riding needs. 2 motorcycles set out on a winding path, one with FuelX and one without it. The scenery changes, the altitude rises. As the conditions change within the motorcycle and outside, FuelX auto-tunes the engine by consistently monitoring and optimizing. The one without FuelX? Well, there is a reason why stock settings are exactly that. FuelX monitors, maps and optimizes your engine fueling. Give your bike the refinement you have always craved for. You can't change what happens outside, but you can control what happens inside. Tackle the speed bump and traffic at the same gear you cruise in, as you have a lot more low-end smoothness and torque, without the fear of the bike jerking and shutting off. Ever seen someone ride a KTM Duke in peak traffic wearing shorts? Neither have we. FuelX helps reduce engine and exhaust temperature for optimal riding comfort and enhanced engine life. Whether you ride a stock bike or have upgraded exhaust or filter, FuelX has you covered and ensures your bike always runs in the best tune and never runs lean. With FuelX, you get the most optimized fuel injection for your engine. It reduces your engine and exhaust temperature, improves engine life, removes jerkiness and flat spots. What you get is a smooth, efficient engine with improved power and torque. Who said you have to choose one or the other?